Oh, we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Mo, and today we're getting played in our continuing adventures of Aeon's End Legacy. Our continuing adventures in New Gravehold, as it would be. We are trying to get this completed. I will get, what are we on? Chapter 5 today, Chapter 6 tomorrow. So we'll have 2 chapters left. We'll run those next week at some point in time. So if you want to see the last 2 chapters, of course, subscribe. And then when I post the video, just hit the, remind me on the live streams. And you can come out and join chat. And yeah, watch me fail miserably as it's been. I have lost the last couple. A little caveat, I do fail forward. So I'm only going to play each chapter once. Roll our D20 for extra life, because we support extra life charities. And that'll determine if we win or lose the second playthrough that you're supposed to do. Either way, it's always fail forward, even after the 2 playthroughs. It's just, it makes more sense from a content creation standpoint not to play twice. If I had more than an hour, hour and a half during my lunch stream to do this, then maybe I'd play it twice during the same playthrough. I know Rob's gaming table, I'm watching his stuff just to kind of get an idea. I don't mind spoilers as much as some people. And that's what they do. They just play it twice and it takes 3 or 4 hours, takes 3 or 4 hours. I don't have that kind of time right now. So either way, let's go ahead and get flipped over and get into this. All right. So we are set up for chapter 5. Here's our nice big boss. We have set up our deck, but we're going to go through some flavor text first. No one saw the breach open at the edge of your camp, a dark void hidden against the night sky. No one saw the fog slip out of the breach, creeping slowly towards New Gravehold until it was too late. You wake to shouts and alarms as the camp is enveloped. With every breath you take, in a little more fog. You notice your crystals crackling, susceptible to the poison in the air. A faint figure moves through the gloom, grabbing survivors and draining them of life. You jump back as the twisted breach opens in front of you. Xaxos rushes out, looking panicked. "I made it," he says breathlessly. "I got here in time." Malastar rushes over, covering his mouth to the fog. "What is this?" Xaxos laments. "The Nameless are no longer content to wait for us. No, this one consumes the unprepared. We should have left their breaches open, studied them. We could have taken their power for our own. I just need to..." The fog begins to thicken around you. Xaxos' last word become muddled. The Nameless has sectioned you off, thinking you were easy prey. So, open up envelope 5. Did that. Stop deck is in there, so we're good there. And then it says open insights, apply the rule books to the sticker. The rule book is about the, what was it about? It was about the degrading of the cards. So some of this reset kit isn't very clear what stickers it had you add. So it says when exhausted, lose your charges. That was beginning of chapter 4. So Flawed Crystals is chapter 5, page 8. So here we go. Page, oops. Flawed Crystals, basically, what we had to do was put our names on the cards, and then we are going to be adding flawed stickers to our crystals, making them worse. And then I thought there was something about downgrading cards. Discard. Here we go. Degrade. So I don't know why it didn't say that this was in the thing, but this one should be for chapter 5. Should be chapter 5. All right. So basically downgrade or degrade. When a Nemesis card forces you to degrade a card, that player must destroy a card that costs 2 ether or more. And then the player may gain a card of the same type from the supply, which costs less than the destroyed card, and then place it in your hand. The player cannot degrade a card, they suffer 2 damage. So that's not a good thing. All right, so that was that. All right, fight the Haze Fiend. When we are done, we're going to read L36 after our first game of the Fiendiness. So the other thing in the insights was, where did I put them? Oh no, I put them up here so it'd be easier for me to get to. I didn't have to keep reaching over there. All right, so these are our new stickers. So we have these new Uninstructed, place one of these so it covers the gain 1. Basically now it's going to be gain 1 and cannot be used for spells. So I'll only be able to use it for other gems, which will then help us get our spells. And then this one here, it says to place the flawed sticker marker in the top section of the crystal after you place a flawed sticker on it. It says do that so that way you know that it's flawed when it's in your hand. So I'm guessing here is where it wants. And it just says in the top section. So I guess, yeah. So that way you can see it at a glance. I don't even know if I'll use these or not. I think that's clear enough sign that this is a flawed sticker. All right, so we're all shuffled up. We are all ready to go. I don't know my strategy anymore because you can win the game by decking out as long as all the Nemesis, all the minions out here are defeated too. So I wonder if like they've designed this for you not to defeat the Nameless. All right. On to the Darkest Night. At first, we didn't know what the Haze Fiend was. Reports had come of a mysterious fog enveloping our camps, appearing and vanishing within an hour, leaving several dead and wounded behind. We had no idea it was a Nameless, and that the fog was a natural camouflage. If not stopped, Haze Fiend will travel from camp to camp, extinguishing all life until it reaches New Gravehold. We will do what we can to prepare, but we cannot always be vigilant. I fear it will come when we are eating or sleeping. So, Haze Fiend starts with 75. Unleash. Haze Fiend gains 1 Nemesis token. At the end of any Nemesis turn in which Haze Fiend has 2 or more Nemesis tokens, it fractures a crystal. So, how do we do that? Any player places a flawed sticker on one of the non-flawed crystals in their hand or discard pile and suffers 2 damage. Player has a non-flawed crystal in their hand or discard pile. Place a flawed sticker on a non-flawed. If no player has a non-flawed crystal in their hand or discard pile, place a flawed sticker on a non-flawed crystal in the destroyed pile. The player whose name is on that crystal suffers 2 damage. If no sticker was able to be placed in this way, any player suffers 2 damage. Haze Fiend loses 2 Nemesis tokens. Repeat until he has 1 or less Nemesis tokens. Flawed crystals remain flawed throughout the remaining games of Aeon's Legacy. When playing a Legacy character of this campaign, outside of this campaign, use the non-flawed crystal. So there's a bunch more in the box. Players must use flawed or non-flawed crystals bearing their name to build their starting hand and all hands in subsequent games. Do not add flawed stickers if there are none left. Do not replay this chapter if you lose the game. Okay, so this one is not going to make us replay this because you'd basically, I guess, flaw out all of your crystals and have none left. None left. Holy cow, words are hard today, guys. Words a lot of times have been hard for me. So here we go. Nemesis gets to go very first. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Guess we're going to find out. So, minion. 3 shields, 1 spine harvester immediately. If this is chapter 5 or higher, evolve. So we're not even going to do that. So, first thing we need to do is put the 5. So, we need to set him up first. So, we will set him up first. So, 3 shield tokens and 1 hit point. And then we're going to evolve, read E. Evolve deck. Evolve. That's the legacy deck. Where's my evolve deck? There it is. Evolve deck. All right. E16. E16. Spine Harvester story. Death has not stopped the Spine Harvester. It has only filled it with the need for vengeance. Its time in the dark has strengthened it, sharpened its bones, increased its bloodlust. Banish Spine Harvester. Adios. We'll just put you up there for now. I'll figure out how to do you later. And then place card E17 in place. Do not resolve the persistent effect this turn. Do not read any more cards. All right. So he comes in instead. So he would have gotten 1 more shield. The new one Persistent, unleash. Any player suffers 1 damage, and then... Oh, and then he immediately evolves. Oh, no. Okay, we got 3 stickers on this one. Okay, so we got 3 chances to evolve it. So yeah, that's what happened. All right. All right, so Bow Elf's turn. She now has... Start a game, we already did that. Still has her healing. And then she's basically all crystals now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and Gravehold is 20 life or less. We can heal it, but it does not right now. So, gain 2. If your 3 breach is open, gain an additional 1. What do I want first? So we're eventually going to need these. I kept the geophages in because I'm going to need those to get these fractured crystals out of my hand. I can do 4. Let's not do 4. Let's do 2 and 2. So we're going to do 3 to gain this. And then we use the other 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We use the other 2 to gain another crystal. And then, so this is her only spell she starts with now. Which is fine. You kind of, I guess you kind of want to support in a non-support class. All right. Metal Lad, so I always do the same combo with him to start off. So we do that. We spend his 3 to focus this one. Attach that. Now, his new ability is he deals 1 damage, 2 if there are 4 or more in the discard pile, and now I may discard a spell in hand. If they do, you get to do 2 additional damage. Oh, they have to discard a spell, so she has to discard Spark. Okay, so we have to kind of hope. All right. Yeah, I didn't realize that said spell. I don't know if I should have done that, because she doesn't get many spell cards to begin with. Yeah, and of course, well, that actually came out perfect. So, we're going to do the 1 to get rid of that. Then... All right, deal 1 damage. So deal 1 damage. If our discard pile contains 4 more cards, deal 2 additional damage. And then an ally can discard a spell in hand to deal 2 additional damage. So that is gone. All right. I forgot to draw cards. All right, so we'll place that there. I need to start getting him some things. So gain a charge and ally focuses or close breach. Okay, I want that. So I'm not going to attack that. I'm going to spend his 3 to get the brain knife to help out Beowulf, because we need her to have 3 open so we can start healing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, that's... I guess it doesn't matter one way or the other. Nemesis was gone. We just got a new card because we already defeated. All right, so we have 4, just a straight 4. So we could get the Geophage now. We could get the Bane Knife. I don't need to get to 6, so I think I rushed too early to get her to 6. And the problem is I don't need to heal until like later in the game. Yeah, we can do this because she's already at 3. So let's get her a lot of gem build up because we need that to get rid of those power cards. So we'll get that, discard that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do need to get some spells though. I need to get a couple so she's at least firing something off each turn. All right, so this is the Nemesis. All right, got the Leviathan Egg. Persistent, evolve. 5, luckily no shields. come here, you. All right. So this game, I mean, I always keep comparing it to Astronauts because that's what I've played more of. Actually, at this point, I think I've played about the same. But even Astronauts is kind of difficult, and like 75 health just seems like a lot. But I guess because you can deck out and still win, I think that's where my confusion on the game's coming from. Is like, do I want to defeat the Nemesis? It's not like you get some benefit by defeating them, so really you can just hold off. I think that's just like extra to defeat them. All right, so Bow Elf gets to go again. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or silence a minion. Do we silence the Leviathan? If I silence the Leviathan, I got 6, which could get me the Gilded Marble. But I think that's too many crystals right now. If I do 4, I could get the Force Transfusion, 3-day damage. If you have 3 or more charges, gain a charge. That would get her just automatic charges. Or 6 here, Reality Stabilizer, gain 2 charges and silence a minion. So it's kind of a better version of this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this relic first. Or, hang on, or I spend the 3 and 3 and I get the destroy and a spell. Deal 2 damage. If you have 2 or more other prep spells, deal 1 additional damage. She's not going to have a lot of prep spells because I don't have a lot of prep spells. I feel like that's more for him. Do 4, and do the silence. I need her to have a spell, so we're going to do that. We're going to do the 4 and the silence. So we're going to go ahead and silence this. I need her to have some kind of spell. Yeah, and then we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right now she has no spells, and I keep discarding her spells for him. So really, I need a lot of spells for her. Nemesis. Alright, so silence. Fracture, attack. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. New Gravehold suffers 2 damage, you should say. The player with the most crystals in hand places a flawed sticker on a non-flawed crystal. So I have 3. I imagine she's going to have 4. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. Oh, she only has 2. Wow. Actually, it is Metalad that is getting a flawed sticker. And that kind of sucks for him because I kind of need him to be able to buy spells. Alright, here goes our first flawed crystal. There we go. Now have a flawed crystal. Alright. Could have been worse. Alright, so she gets to go again. Got to get her breaches open too. I forgot about that. I also need to... going for a 5th loss? Yeah, David, you know. Going for a 5th loss. Alright, so we do have a spell this time. So let's go ahead and attach that. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, which is not enough to open her 3, so I can't get the bonus. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 will just straight open this. Or 3 will focus it and give me 2 left over. Let's do that. Let's focus this. And then 2 left over, we will go ahead and get a crystal. Want my healing stuff to come up sooner than anything else. 1, 2. The fog crystal, not fog or fog crystal. Yeah, I mean, all the fog's coming in. You'd think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or it'd be like a corrupted crystal, maybe, or something. All right. So he's going to do 1 damage. This was 5, right? So 4. Yeah, that thing's going to evolve anyways. And the thing is, every time it evolves, it keeps the thing out there. I think I learned that last time. Now I feel like I kind of have to get rid of them. That was the lesson I learned last game, is that when they evolve, they keep their health and shield, so I do need to get rid of them. Alright, so this cannot be used for a spell. So we'll do 1 there. Since it can't be used for a spell, we will go ahead and use 3 to open this one. And attach you. Right. 2, 3, 4, 5. I always slow roll with him. I feel like that's probably a bad idea. I probably really need to buy spells with him a lot quicker, instead of just attaching these little ones. Oh, I forgot his ability too. I can discard a card in your hand if you do 1 damage. So actually, let's do that. Let's keep this closed. That was on 3. Instead, let's just go ahead and discard that now to do the 1 extra damage. And we'll use the 3 to go ahead and, like I said, get some spells. Oh no, I can't use it to buy spells. Dang it, I forgot. Alright, let's, I can't use it to buy spells because of that 1. So instead, let's go ahead and get him a silence too. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's do it that way instead. Nemesis. Persistent. Evolves. We did not get rid of it in time. Read EO2. The egg is hatching. Leviathan egg story. The large egg begins to crack open and a scaly hand bursts through the membrane. The creature claws its way out of the massive shell, its long, sharp teeth glistening. It won't take long for it to find its next meal. Get rid of that. Bring out this guy. So, Leviathan, hatchling, immediately. If this is chapter 4 or higher, evolve. Oh, jeez. So we're not even going to have that guy out there. So evolve. Read E18. So some of these are just straight going to evolve no matter what. All right. The hatching has been feeding, finding no shortage of sustenance during this time of war. It has stored the energy it needs to grow, sprouting wings and massive teeth. Banish this one. And get E19. Alright. So luckily it just comes in with 3. Instead of the 7 it's going to come in with later. Alright. Draw card. Attack. Unleash twice. Oh, here we go. Starting to get our unleashes now. And this is if it has 2 or more. So this is going to immediately happen. Gravehold suffers 1 damage for each player turn order card in the turn order discard. Oh, that sucks. Holy cow, that's 3. I mean, again, luckily I've got her to be able to heal Gravehold. Alright. So now we resolve this. Any player places a flawed sticker or one of their non-flawed crystals in their hand. Definitely can't do it to him because he needs to buy spells. I'm not as worried about her. Alright. Yay. Alright, so that means, yep. Alright, so we'll do the 1 here. And then, what's he got? Alright, so gain 1 charge. An ally focuses a closed breach with the lowest cost, which is this one. Right. We will attach our spell. I have 3. So we'll go ahead and get that spell I was planning to buy earlier. Trying to think what order I want these in. I think I want the better cards to come up before the lower end crystal cards. Somehow I don't have these separated enough, I don't think. Can't get everything to fit. Wait, she can heal Gravehold itself? When did that happen? Oh, that was at the end of the last game. I added that to her healing card to heal A. So her heal A now does healing to Gravehold if it gets less than 20. Because I've lost, I think I've lost both ways. I think I've lost due to Gravehold, and I think I've lost due to us both getting exhausted. I think. I have to go back and watch the playthroughs, because if that matters later, I'll need to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Here we go. So, persistent. Gravehold suffers 2 damage and evolve. Nemesis. Yay. 1, 2. And evolve. What happens if I run out of evolve stickers? I wonder if that can happen. Alright. Minion, 7. Smog Blast. Persistent. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Any player discards a gem. I don't like that. Alright. 5, 6, 7. Alright. At least it wasn't Unleash. Alright. So. Full Elf is going to fire 1 here. Alright. Then we will attach. And she has 4. This one can't be used for a spell. So we can... We get her another gem. Yeah, let's go ahead and get her another one of these. But I want to start doing this. Yeah, let's go ahead and start destroying in her hands. We'll get this. We'll use these 3. And 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, she's nothing but gems. Like, she can just buy all kinds of cards. I think I missed one. There is a card, and now that I'm thinking about it, we'll maybe have to, if we lose, we'll put that in. There's one that I can buy and give to another player. I think it was a spell. So I might need to get that since she's getting all this buying power. Alright, so deal 3 damage. If you have 3 or more charges, gain a charge. So here's the problem. 3 is overkill here. So I think I'm going to do it here. It's probably a bad decision. But she does get a charge. Alright. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just a straight 5. Let's go ahead and get her 5 spells. He doesn't, Metalite doesn't get 5 spells because he, his ability needs to be 4 or less. So I always have her buy the 5s. And always have the healing come up first, Will. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Nemesis. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. 1, 2. Evolve. Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Any player discards a gem. So let's see here. What do we got? 1, 2. So she's got 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4 if I use this to get rid of one of those. So she has, and if I have her discard another gem, she'd actually only have 3. All right, so she would only have 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need him to gain more spells. So I feel like he needs another spell. So I think I'm going to have her. Yeah. That's fine. All right. And then this one. Power 3. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. Player with the most expensive spell in hand degrades a card. So this one, I can't even get rid of it. It just happens. Oh, that sucks. This one's just going to happen, no matter what. All right, so do I fire this off? I can't maximize my damage. I can do 3 damage total, or I can just deal 1 damage, and then all the rest of this is not happening. Did I have 2 Nemesises yet? Yes, okay, so that's fine. I'm not going to fire that off, because I get to go again. So instead, we will go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if I open this, I can add another 1. This will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which will get rid of this one, and the 1 will get rid of that. So we're going to do 1. I want to optimize this. So we're going to spend the 2 to focus this. Then we will attach this. Then we'll use the, we'll discard this. Let's do 1 damage here. My strategy there probably was a mute point. We'll use this 2 to get another one of those. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. All right. So we get to go again. So this will do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can do 4 without having her discard now. So we're just going to do that. So we're going to do our 4. For that. And then what do we got? Ooh, we got a lot of spells. All right, so gain 1 charge, puts us at 3. And then focus her lowest one. And then 2 crystals to open this one. And then we will put these here. All right. Mute point or moot point. Potato, potato. Yeah, you're right. Moot point. Unless you know, silencing is happening in one of the games. 2, 3, 4, 5. So just an FYI for anybody who cares about these things, the reset packs cards do have a different color back. Don't know if it's due to print runs. They printed them at different times, most likely. Or they keep reprinting the reset pack. I don't know. So if that bothers you, or you take notice of those kinds of things, make sure that you sleeve your cards with colored sleeves. Now, somebody did mention that. I was going through the BGG forums about the difficulty, right? Because I keep losing. And just one of the threads, I don't remember what it was actually talking about, mentioned doing the sleeves for the, oh, I think it was about what to sleeve, of the basic cards and the Nemesis cards in different colors, so you know when each level is coming up. Nemesis. This goes to 2, so this is, like I said, this is going to fire off no matter what. Minion, Humming Drones. This minion can have any number of shield tokens. Persistent. It gains a shield token, and Bow Elf suffers damage equal to the number of shield tokens on the minion. It starts with 2, and it unfortunately, this is the one we evolved and we shouldn't have last game. So unfortunately, this is going to be a pain to get rid of, because we have to do a lot of piddly damage first, and then come down. All right. So Bow Elf. So she can do some piddly damage. All right. So do I want 3 or 4? Do I want 3 or 4? 3 gives me a silent. I'm fine with that. So we're going to destroy this. We have 3. We'll go ahead and get another silence. Doesn't matter which order I put. I want this to be with a regular gem, so I think I want it this order. Actually, hang on. Yeah, because I don't know what card I'm going to be at with that one. Yeah, I could put it there. I think it's better to put it here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was looking at the King of Tokyo, and it had 3 card back. Silly enough game that having the hint doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't even care either. I know a lot of people like min-max, and it's like, oh, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the card, and this is what it is. And in a cooperative game, I don't think it matters really at all. But like the turn order deck, because you're supposed to actually write the characters' names on here. I didn't, because I feel like that's stupid. But the back of the cards are a slightly different shade. I can see them when I'm shuffling. I can't see them when I'm playing. But some people do, and they'll be like, oh, I know the bad guy's coming up next, so I'll do this instead of this. Whatever the case may be. All right, so deal 1 damage, deal 2 damage. You have 2 or more prep spells, deal 1 additional damage. So I currently have 2 or more prep spells. So does this take effect? Yeah, I'd imagine this takes effect now. So deal 2 damage. So we do 1. If you have 2 or more prep spells, deal 1 additional damage. And then this one deals 1 damage. So right now we are actually good. We got rid of the shields, but it's going to add a shield. So Bow Elf automatically is going to take 1 damage when that goes off. All right, so we'll go ahead and prep that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I could silence. If I do 3, I can silence. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to silence this, so Beowulf doesn't take any damage. And then we're going to use the 3 to get... Do I want this or do I want to open? I have not had 3 spells in a single turn, so I think buying another spell is better. Spells go to the discard pile before resolving their cast effect. Huh. So... Oh, it does say other prep spells. Okay, yeah. Thanks. All right, so that means the 1 damage didn't come off. So it does say other prep spells, meaning 2 more would have had to been out there. All right, so I do need to get 3 spells out at a time, it looks like. All right, thanks for that. That makes a small difference. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, where are we at? Green. So, deal 1 damage. I haven't even touched the balls. This is what I mean. I don't know when to start hitting the balls, because these are just annoying. and what usually make me lose the game. All right, so I do have 2 spells. In order to do that, we are going to have to open. So let's just we need to open anyways. So we're going to open this one. For the 3, 1. Oh, no. Let's not open. I mean, I need to open, but what was that at? Was that 3? We're going to spend 2 focus instead to do that one. And then we have 2 more. I cannot buy a spell with it, and nothing's 2, so we will go ahead and get our last one of those, which does give us healing. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's simple. Hit the boss. It will give you the win. You would think. You would think. But then at a certain point, you have too many minions out here, and they just keep beating up on you. All right. 1. We're doing so much damage to that guy. All right. Oh, I do have my 3. Oh, the problem is I don't have 3 to open that one. And that's 4. Oh, I can't even attach all 3. Oh, hang on. This isn't even a... All right, gain 1 charge. Ally focuses their... So I think that would be this one, right? Because, like, even though I've got spells on here, it would still be this, because this is closed. All right. All right, so we got our spark, we got our slam. Then we have 2 crystals, and I can't use them to buy spells. So we will go ahead and get us our 5th crystal. Sure. 1. What am I doing? 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And this should be Nemesis. Yep. All right. So this goes to 1. This does not fire off. And minion 12. Holy cow. Persistent. Unleash. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So this is one I think I'm going to leave alone. I mean, Gravehold's just going to keep suffering 2 damage. We can heal 1 off about every 2, 3 turns. Yes, the Breach of Close, it would still be focused even if spells prepped. Got it. We did that right. All right. 12. I think we're leaving that one alone. I just don't think I want to waste 12 to get through this guy. I mean, I guess if I have to for some reason, I will, but... Because, yeah, I should be able to heal this at least once for every 2 that it's taking for a while. All right. Oh, but there is an unleash. So that means he's going to be fracturing. Oh. It means every 2 turns I'm going to have to fracture a gem. I don't like that. Do not like that at all. All right. All right, so we have... Now, she can do 3 damage. If you have 3 or more charges, she gains charges. She can do 3. Once per prep... Oh, yeah, when that was prep. Did I play a relic? No, I did not. So... All right, cast. She can do 4 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8. So she's just basically going to get rid of that. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She gets rid of this one. All right, and then let's see, what do we do? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gravehold still has 20 health. So did I just go ahead and get this done now? Or I get another big spell? I think we get another big spell because he's going to help her open that one. So let's get a big spell. One, two, three, four, five. All right. Here we go. Red. All right, so he can do... I have nothing in my discard, so I don't want to fire that one off. I fired this one off. Again, do I go after this? I think maybe I'll wait to see if I have a big swing. If I don't have a big swing, I think I'm just going to go after the boss. So 4, we're going to keep that one. Oh, I have 3 spells. Oh, I can't attach them all. All right, we're going to go ahead and discard for my ability. Then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, or the silence. I'm going to do the 3 to open this one. Then we're going to do you and you. And then discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this turn we'll be able to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll be able to do, well, this one there. Hey, Derek, how you doing? I'm getting my butt kicked. I don't know if you've seen the other playthroughs. I'm losing most of the time. So this will actually be big here because this will be 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. We can almost take that one out. So I might actually attack that to get rid of it. All right. I said I might attack that to get rid of it. I guess that's what I'm doing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's got to discard a spell. So 10. We know it's doing 10 total. So we're at 12. That drops us down to 2. All right. So the order of firing, let's make sure we do this right. This one fired first, and then it didn't matter with these 2. Hopefully I can always draw those 3. That's a good combo now. All right. Gain 1 charge, so we are at 6, which means if I can get all 4, I can fire everything off at once. 1. We have 3. Oh, ally focus is their lowest cost. 3. It's not my bad gem, so let's go ahead and get this one. Yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is probably the Nemesis. Yep. All right, so this is firing off. Gravehold suffers 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Again, she'll be able to at least heal that up. The player with the most expensive spell in hand degrades a card. Ooh, that sucks. Ooh, actually, I have only a 3. And she has, I think, just a 3 as well. Oh, no, she has a 4. Damn. All right, so we're degrading the 4, which was the get additional. So this gets destroyed. So we'll put it here, I guess. So it degrades and it has to be in the same type. So it's going to be this one. Which I'm not mad about that. That gives me another silence. All right. Unleash. And then Gravehold suffers 2 more damage. 1, 2. Now here's the thing. Here's that hindsight being 20/20. If I would have put the 2 damage here instead of here, that wouldn't have happened. Spell, not gem. Oh, did it say spell? Oh, you're right. Okay. Good catch. All right, so did anybody have a spell? I don't think anybody did. So we have to suffer 2 damage, right? Somebody has to suffer 2 damage. Yep. All right. Somebody has to suffer 2 damage. That's fine. So she will suffer 2 damage and go to 8. See, that's a problem. Like, I'm reading and trying to pay attention to like everything else, so it's like the reading goes in one ear and out the other sometimes. All right. That was it. That was all. All right. Here she goes. All right. So go ahead and get rid of that. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not open yet. All right. So she has 5. I keep getting these arcane salvos when I have 5. I feel like that's not a bad plan. She's maxed here, so I can't spin anywhere else except for to open her breach, which he's going to do in one of his next turns. So yeah, let's go ahead and get us another arcane salvo. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we're talking about the Nemesis. Here we go. Fortunately, we did not get rid of that one again. So unleash. Suffers 2 damage. Yeah. New card. Oh, did I do the new card? I think I missed that, didn't I? I did. This should have been from that previous turn. Rune Prisoner should have already been out. Dang it. When a player deals damage to this minion, that player degrades a card in hand. Persistent Gravehold suffers 3 more damage. All right, now this is the one for this turn, so I missed that on the previous turn. Minion, immediately read evolve number 57. Ah! $57, right? Yeah, 57. Why do you give me a minion that has nothing going on with it? E57. A glowing figure emerges from the dense fog surrounding your battle. Its deep edges and sharp razor teeth are eerily illuminated by its innate aura, turning it into a nightmarish vision. Place this card next to Smoke Guardian. When Smoke Guardian is discarded, read the back of this card. Okay. So this is kind of like the other ones where I have to beat them to find out what's going on. Right. And 11. I can almost do 11 in a turn, so... Alright. Persistent. Any player degrades a card in their hand, Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Alright, so 2 of these. Somebody's going to have to take a fracture. I hate to do it with him because I needed to buy his spells. So we'll have her fracture another one. All right. All right. No Nemesis cards on top. So much unleashing, it's like a dog walk. It's going bad. Yeah. Here, Fido. Here, Fido, Fido, Fido. Not what I wanted. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Gravehold suffers 5 damage. Or 3 more, so 5. Any player degrades a card in hand, Gravehold suffers 1 damage. Oh, we're gonna lose. Gravehold's gonna get knocked out again. And I've done a good job of trying to knock them out. That's bananas. Even with her heal, I've not been able to get her heal to happen. I feel like getting rid of his silence is... Well, I can't degrade this because there's nothing lower than that. So I could degrade this to get that one instead. Yeah. So that one's out. We'll do this one instead. Oh, we're almost out of those too. That one and poison. Any player places a flawed sticker on a non-flawed crystal in their hand or discard pile. A different player degrades a card in hand and suffers 2 damage. And if I can't degrade, I suffer 2 damage anyways. All right, well, that means he's going to have to flaw this other crystal. Sucks. I feel like this game is just meant to beat you up. Different player degrades, so that's gone. She's going to this one now. And then suffers 2 damage. Where's my 6? Ugh. Alright, no more Nemesis. If another Nemesis would have been there, that would have been game over. Are you in the tier 3 cards? No, that was a tier 2 as well. Yeah, Derek, I'm down to 4 health on Gravehold, and I'm still in the tier 2s. That's what I mean. This game just seems like it beats you up. At the end of the semester, you get degrades. All right, so we're firing that off for 1, and then we will discard this for another one. Let's get rid of that guy. I'll do those 2. We're going to have to silence. There's no way around it. I've got to silence these guys. That one. Gravehold can't suffer 3 anymore. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need another one of those big turns when I've got all of his spells out. Okay, again, cannot have a... Well, we can have a Nemesis now because it only does 1 damage. Okay, we didn't get one anyways. All right. So, all right, so we're going to use this, heal her back to 9. And then we have 2 for silence a minion, or gain another 2. You can't buy spells. So we're going to use this 2 to get a crystal. And we're going to use this to... Yeah, let's silence him. I don't want to degrade any more cards. Silence. Let's get that silence to come up first. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Derek's laughing at me. Don't laugh at me. The game is hard, and this is, you know, it's nothing against games, right? Games can be designed to be as hard as they want to be. But, like, for an enjoyable experience, you would think that games on their default would be, like, you feel like you have some chance. And, like, I've heard this one, like, no matter how you play it, you don't feel like, oh, you're laughing at David. Yeah. You would feel like in this one I read that you starts out hard and then you're supposed to power up and get easier. But the question is, can I stay at 4 for more than a round? I don't think I can. Right? Yeah, Nemesis. So that didn't happen. That didn't happen, which is, I guess, fortunate. But this bad thing still happens. See? Told you. Unleash twice. And Beowulf suffers 3 damage. So we're back down to 6. Good thing I did that heal, I guess. Back down to 6. Then we have to do this, which means somebody's adding a fracture. I keep having to do her, because she has ways to deal with it, because she's not buying spells. All right. All right, so this is what we got. We got deal 3 damage. If you have 3 charges, gain a charge. We don't. Deal 2 damage. If you have 2 more spells. We don't. So she can do 5 damage. This guy is more important to get rid of. When a player deals damage to this minion, that player degrades a card in hand. So her 5 is going to become a 4 again. All right. So 1. All right, so we cannot heal ourselves, but we do get to heal Gravehold. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to open this one. And then we're going to play all 3 of these. The one doesn't do me any good. We did these 3 to open that one. Play this one to heal me for 1. So 7. And then Gravehold heals for 1. Yay, we're at 5. It's sad too. It's heal for 1, heal for 1. Like that just, it seems like a slap in the face, right? When it's like, oh, heal for 1, all of 1 damage. All of 1 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, I feel like it should be like 2, 3, not 1. All right. And that's like him, piddly, right? So he'll use his last 2. Get rid of this one. I do need to degrade a card now. I don't have a card to degrade. Oh, that sucks. Because I don't have any 2s. So I don't have a card to degrade, so I have to take 2 damage. All right. Hello, you. I gotta get rid of you. All right. So. Warping Gate. Warping Gate. Warping Gate. You are not helpful. So the question is... So this will do 3. This is only going to do 2. This one's based on my discard pile. Am I going to have a discard pile? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. I'm not going to have a discard pile. So... Actually, I will. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll keep the spell in my hand. I guess I'm keeping the gem in my hand too. Yeah. So only 3. 1, 2, 3. That keeps my discard pile. Oh wait a minute, I can discard a card. Discard a card to do 1 damage to this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, luckily I kept my discard pile. All right. Not to kick you while you're down, but each instance of damage spell is degraded. Is a degrade. Was it each? Well, no, this one says degrades a card, right? That's what I'm doing, right? Degrading a card. And I couldn't degrade a card. So then I took damage for not being able to do it. Right? Did I miss something, Dark? I wouldn't take it for all 3 that I had in my hand, would I? It'd say, if you cannot take damage. Whenever, it means that you can cast, each spell is cast separately. Yeah. Oh, because I hit him for 2 damage. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I hit him with 2 single spells. I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're right. I gotta take another 2 damage because I couldn't degrade twice. Gotcha. Okay. I got it. All right. I misunderstood. It was from the spells. All right. So yeah, we're at 6 then. Okay. See if I badly shuffled. I did. Yay. Any player degrades a card in hand. Oh. I cannot. And she can. That's fine. I don't mind degrading these and getting the silence ones. All right. Oh, Gravehold suffers 1 damage. We're back to 4. Power. To discard, or to discard, evolve. Power to unleash twice. The player with the lowest life suffers 3 damage. So, I've gotten rid of this, or this thing is always fired off. I've never like gotten rid of it. Oh, this is my broken dice. It's got 2 3s. That's the die you want to use when you're playing a game. You're guaranteed to have higher roll rates. You gotta be kidding me. Well, at least we've got that out of the way. Tremor. To discard. Spend 7 power. Unleash twice. That's that broken die. I just need to get rid of that broken die. Unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Then if Gravehold has 13 or more life, evolve. And I've always had 13. This is about the first time when that has happened, where it would not evolve by firing off. But Gravehold suffers 4 damage. It'll die. I've got I'm still in 2. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 73 health. Like, I've done no damage to them because I'm dealing with all of this. So, I've mentioned that I feel like 2-player is the best player count on Astroknights. Like, pure solo isn't. I think this, unfortunately, is balanced the other way. Like, this is better with 3 or 4. Because you need to be able to spread out your damage across your characters. Unfortunately, in this particular case, my characters are doing fine. It's Gravehold again that's suffering the most, because all these cards are damaging Gravehold. The number of turns you get to attack these doesn't change at a higher player count, so they would still be out there. I don't see a change would happen there. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it's just weird. 2 to 3 is the best in this game. Yeah. The rolling extra turn is great. Oh, so like on a 3-player, you do have that wild, so you can choose who gets to go. So if somebody's got no prep spells and you need to get rid of something, yeah, I could see how that would be helpful. I almost feel like I'm going to throw the wild in just for the rest of the playthroughs as a slightly easier mode. All right, so I have a lot to fire off. So this does 2 and 3, because those are there. That puts us at 1. This does 2. Takes it down to 15. This does 3, 4, 5. This will be enough, but I will have to have her discard a spell. She only has this 1 spell. Oh, nope, she has a spark. Woohoo! That worked out great. 5. That worked out. You are gone. All right. As the smoke dissipates, you find a discarded dirty object, giving off a familiar hum of energy. You scrape off the ground to find a precious gem hidden beneath. The player who discarded Smoke Guardian gains a gem from the most expensive gem supply pile and places it in their hand. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. You're going to have to go back in the Evolve deck at some point. Put you that way. That worked out great. They're great. All right. 4-player offset, not building your deck with the extra player health, but you find not all Nemesis hit players. Yeah, like this one, almost all the cards are hitting Gravehold. So. gain a charge. I don't need one. Like, that fire off would have been good anyways, but I actually had enough. I didn't pay attention to that, but I had enough. If I didn't have enough, I would have fired that off, and that would have given me 3 more damage. All right. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's focus as well. 6, and we need 7. Even with this extra card, we don't have enough. But we do have 6. So gain 2 charges, silence a minion. Let's get this. Let's get that. Oops. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You find if you ever play more Aeons, most games end in tier 2. Also, battle 4 through 6 is about normal difficulty compared to other boxes. Yeah, 3 was rough. So, but here's my question, right? Because you guys have seen what have come out. If I would have been focusing on him instead of taking all these guys out, Gravehold would be dead by now, right? So that's where like my confusion lies, right? Is why I've not done any damage to boss just to be able to mitigate all the damage that was going out to Gravehold. I'm missing something. All right, so it's her turn. So she deals 3 damage. If you have 3 or more charges, gain a charge. I do not. So there, we finally get to do damage to the balls. All right. So there's no minions. So 2, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and get her big spells again that we've discarded time and time again. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, like Astro Knights, I was having that same struggle. I was like, I couldn't beat the bosses. And then I realized like about halfway through, like towards the end of the deck on the second phase, I stopped worrying about the minions and really just went after the boss. And then I would finish it about halfway through the level 3 normally. All right, so deal 2 damage. 1, 2. All right. Rep. All these little piddly ones that are only good for shields. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot buy a spell. Cannot upgrade that. So do I get this to start getting those stupid things out of my deck, or do I get another silence? Because I think as long as if I can keep them silenced, then I don't need to take them out. I can focus on the Nemesis, right? Yeah, I think I want to get these out of my hand. So let's get her. We want these there and there. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always target unleashes and evolves because they cause more damage. Yeah, and I figured the evolves because that's what I failed last time, right? And I had so many things evolving, so now it's going to be harder for the rest of the games. All right, so pew pew. 1, 2, 2 pew pews. All right, 1, 2, 3. Discard you. Do 1. Oh, no. Discard you. Do 1. And then I have 1 spell I can't do anything with because I can't do anything with that. Oops. Change this order. So I can get the extra damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although I guess I could have used this and done 4 damage. Or do I save it for this? I don't think it really matters, right? I do, because this is 3 spells, so that'd be an extra 3 damage. I think I'll wait for this. I'll hold on to it for that. That makes more sense. Just hope that I get to go before he gets to go. So, unleash. Twice. Player with the lowest life suffers 3 damage. Ooh, I gotta get her built back up. So again, I've always had that unleash. I've never evolved that thing. All right. Yay, big boy. He only comes with 1 hit point though. But he automatically evolves if I can't get rid of him. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get rid of him with this. Because he's going to evolve. Gravehold suffers damage equal to the number of shield tokens on him, which is 4, which is enough to take it out. So if we get another Nemesis card, it's game over. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, that's what I just drew that. Duh. Come on, Will. All right, so somebody's got to get a fractured crystal. I'm going to fracture one that she's got over here in the... Oh, hang on, I gotta go in order. In their hand or discard. Yeah, and then you go to that. All right, so it has to be in the discard. I was hoping I could get 1 of 1 I've already junked. All right. No Nemesis, no Nemesis. All right, we gotta get rid of that. So, deal 3 damage if you have 3 or more charges. Gain a charge. It sucks. Do I have my silence? No, I don't even have my silence. I mean, I have to, because I don't have my heal either. I have to waste a 3 to get rid of that shield. Even get rid of 1 shield, unfortunately, isn't going to stop it from killing Gravehold. Oh, I hate using a 3 for that. Because he doesn't have his silence either, does he? Oh, he does have his silence. But that would require Metalad to go first. And I just don't know. I don't know what's coming up. I need an option to look at this deck. I think that was one of the upgrades, wasn't it? Dang it. All right, that's fine. We waste our 3. We waste our 3. I would have preferred he went first because I could have discarded, got rid of the shields. Oh, no, she does have her silence. She does have her silence. Never mind. No. Put that back. Put that back. 1, 2, 3. Will just can't read. There, she has her silence. All right, we're good. Destroy a gem in hand. She has 2. We will use that to... We need to start healing again, so we'll use that to get another crystal. All right. All right, there we go. That's what we wanted. So, fire this off. We're going to use his thing. Now, how much do I need to do? This will do 1, 2. This will do 3. Do 2 additional damage. So that'd be 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I wanted to discard that spell. Well, I could discard a card for 5 and then I have 2 more to go there. if I use this, then this does... does one additional. So this would do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 1 and the 5, the additional 5. Then I have 2 here, and then I have 3, 2 plus 1 there. Right? Should have the spell. Oh no, I did it. I did it at the Nemesis instead. So when it says it deals 1 additional damage, that counts as a second attack, or is it added on to the damage that it does? What's the definition of additional damage? Is it in the book? Breach. So 1 shield. Okay, so it's in the same instance. So it says 1 additional damage in that instance. Ugh. So when will it say that you get to do more than 1 damage on a turn? Like when you get to damage and then the card then gets to damage again? Yeah, some breaches... No, that's a breach. Deal 1 damage, deal 1... Okay, it'll say deal 1, deal 1. Yeah, it says spell deal additional damage. That extra damage is added to the initial damage. Yeesh. So getting rid of this isn't going to do me any good to get through all that. So this is basically 1 shield, 2 shields, 3 shields. That just feels like a huge waste. Yeah, that feels like a waste. I feel like I need to go here with all that. That just feels like a huge waste. Because this would be able to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I didn't have to deal with shields, I'd be able to do 11 damage. Yeah, I'm doing the 11 damage. I'm not... I feel like that's a waste to... If I can keep him silenced... Can I apply 2 silence tokens to a minion? If I could apply 2 silence tokens, that would actually be really good. Because then that one's definitely not going anywhere for a while. Alright. So we will do this, gain a charge, focus her breach, gain 2 charges, we have 3, silence a minion. No, you can't. Dark, always with the bad news. Dark always yucking on my yum. Alright, so that's fine. Then we will go ahead and we'll discard that to get rid of one of these stupid shields. That way we're close to not dying. And then Gilded Marble, we'll go ahead and get us another spell. get another silence. I want the silences to be more regular. All right. I want the silence to come up first if I can. Oh, my silences first. Actually, let me put this silence separated a bit so maybe it gets in 2 different draws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I need that same thing. I need this fully loaded up. Fully loaded up. And then sticks here. Fire it all off again. All right. So deal 3 damage. If I have 3 or more charges, gain a charge. I do not. So he's still silenced. So we will do the 3 here. 1, 2, 3. 48. All right. All right. Put you out. And then we have 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have this. So she gets to heal 1. Gravehold gets to heal 1. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4. So she has 4. We're going to use it all for crystals. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. This is the Nemesis, right? Yep. So this fires off. Unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 4 damage. Nope, that's game. I never had 7, right? It's not like I messed up and I had 7 and I didn't spend it. Dang it. So Gravehold is done. Still wasn't able to do it. Actually, you can only silence minions, right? I can't silence power. I would imagine that's I'd imagine that's how silence works. Yeah, it says persistent effect. I don't know. I don't know if I would have had a chance to do him anyways. So there we go, guys. That's how we have lost. We have lost. Now this is this one, no matter what, it says you can't redo this one. Read the front of L36. L36. If you won versus Haze, read the back of this card. If you lost, do not replay this game. Instead, read L37. The fog stifles your vision and clogs your lungs, making it hard to breathe. You see the shadowy figure flashing through the gloom, flickering like torchlight. Suddenly, it towers above you as tendrils of smoke wrap up around your neck. You close your eyes and await the inevitable, but it does not come. As the creature's grip subsides, you open and see Xaxos standing behind the figure. The last thing you remember is Xaxos finishing off Haze Fiend. You fade in and out of consciousness, unsure where or how long you've been like this. Eventually wake to familiar argument in a familiar place. I beg you, Brama, Xaxos pleads, and the mages begin closing the breach. Channeling a Nameless breach is forbidden. We will not repeat your mistakes, she chides. We need the power when the Maelstrom returns, Xaxos argues. Ever practical, Malastar continues your instructions while they argue. Open Insight 11. Oh, come here, Insight 11. Let's see if they did this one right. Are you sure you want to play Chapter 6? No. I feel like I was getting better, but like I said, it was just everything that came out was hit Gravehold, hit Gravehold, hit Gravehold. Because I want to feel like I took out the guys about as quickly as I could, right? One thing you could do in future games, since Velov has breaches open and only 1 spark, you could hold casting when you spark, and now your deck is only gems, save for the powers. Oh, okay. Yeah, the only thing is, like, I was using the spark for his discard. But yeah, I probably need to put the 2-cost spell back in. Because I don't have a low enough call spell. Same for later. Instead of casting one spell each turn, hold spells. Then you have 2 or more spells to fire when a minion does appear. Okay. Yeah, I think that's like in my mind counterintuitive because it's like, oh, why would I hold on to these? I want to put more stuff out and do more. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so we have additional abilities now. Apply the rulebook to the sticker, which was for a new crystal thing. So you can tell me, yeah, it's going to tell me to open that in a minute. Choose an ability sticker, place it on your mat at number 5. All right. Yeah, see, this time we did good keeping ourselves alive. We didn't do a good job keeping Gravehold alive. All right. So, we have reveal the top 3 cards of the Nemesis deck, put them back in any order. That was kind of what I was just talking about. Reveal the turn order deck. And that's these ones. Reveal the turn order deck and return revealed cards in any order. Any player returns a spell in their discard pile to their hand. An ally gains 2 charges. If you have 4 or less life, gain 2 life. Gravehold gains 2 life. So I could add that to her healing here. Deal 3 damage to a minion. You focus on a player's breach twice. Seems like losing all to give you a better set of stickers. Yeah, to help you catch up. Yeah, specifically for her. So I feel like that would help. Or to reveal the turn order deck. I'd hate to put a damage on here because then it's like, okay, I fire it off for the healing and there's no minions out there, right? Or focus a breach twice would help her get her breach open. But normally I'm not healing before this breach is open. I'm going to go with the Gravehold. I just feel like that's when I've lost, it's either been Gravehold has died or we have died. So I'm going to do anything to try to keep us alive. All right, so that is for her. Now for Metalad, so I get +1 damage and then deal 3 damage to a minion. Any player returns a spell in their discard pile to their hand. So I could actually get him another spell after firing this off. So I'm debating if I want to do the 3 damage, returning a card, or revealing the Nemesis deck. Oh, I don't know. I feel like returning a spell from my discard. We'll go with that. Right decision, wrong decision. We will find out in chapters 6, 7, and 8. All right. So we do unlock something else in chapter 6. All right. Choose an ability, put it there. Read the front of L38. All right. Your instruction is interrupted by an explosion of electricity which knocks everyone down. Before Brama can punish Xaxos for his audacity, he is gone. That burst of energy changed you. Instinctively, you understand how to convert your raw pulse energy into magical power. Open box D. Come here, box D. we have these new pulse energies. Banish all Nemesis cards, blah, 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 blah. And then it said add the rules for the pulse energy. So the pulse energy uses certain player cards. Each player may not have more than 5. Any pulse tokens gained beyond 5 are lost. Pulse tokens are carried over from turn to turn. The game ends, players discard all of their pulse tokens. Now, where does it say how to use a pulse token? Set up. Nemesis. Shield tokens, breaches. Where are pulse tokens? Shields. Silence, degrade. Huh. Oh, it's variable based on the card. Okay, so let's go get our new cards then. I figured like it was the common thing, but I guess it is not. All right, so our new market cards. So we have a spell. Breach Communion. When prepped, once per turn during your main phase, you may gain 1 pulse token. Cast, deal 2 damage. You may lose 2 pulse tokens. If you do, deal 3 additional damage. Alright, and then we have Infernal Mirror. Any ally gains 1 charge. Any player gains 2 pulse tokens. You may lose 2 pulse tokens. If you do, cast a player's prep spell. That spell deals 1 additional damage. Then we have Luke Skywalker 2.0. Voltaic Relay. Holy cow. Any player gains 3 pulse tokens. That player may lose 1 pulse token. If they do, they destroy a card in hand. And our last one is this. It's a new gem. Conductive Grit. Gain 2 Aether. Gain 1 pulse token. Or you may lose 1 pulse token to do, if you do, gain 3. So really, like, if you don't put in at least, you got to put in 2 of these, but if you didn't, you'd kind of be SOL, right? Because you wouldn't have enough ways to gain pulse tokens. So for the 4 spell, deal 3 damage, you have 3 or more, gain 1 charge. Deal 2 damage, so our damage goes down, but it can go up to 5 total. So that's fine. Yeah, we'll get rid of this one. Just put it up here in the banish. Put this one. And then I get rid of the 6 gilded marble. I don't buy that much. Well, that would be a 3. Gain 2 is no. I got to keep the silence and minion. So we're definitely not replacing this gem with that gem. Destroy a gem. I feel like I need to get those junk gems out. I like the brain knife too, because that's a charge for him to get him up, and I get her stuff unlocked quicker. So the only thing is this gem. Gain 2, gain 1 pulse, or gain 1 pulse, or discard a pulse to gain 3. Which would replace, really it would replace the phased, and it's cheaper. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll replace the phased, because this is cheaper. Alright. So, because I lost, I could replace 1 other card. The only thing would be that. So what's my math I need? What's my math I need for building my market? Player setup, turn order deck, Nemesis, supply. Must contain 9 piles. Must have at least 2 gems, 1 relic, 3 spells. So it needs to have at least 2 gems. And no more than 3 spells. No, at least 3 spells. So I could actually put another spell. Yeah. So I could get rid of that to get the 2-cost spell back. That way she has something cheap to throw away. Let's see here. Oi. Because I wouldn't mind throwing these away, because it's 2 damage and it gives him a +2 damage, and I can do the 2 damage on his turn versus waiting for her to come up. Yeah, I don't need that anymore because I have the Brain Knight. And then these just start getting more expensive. It also gives me a degrade for the 3s. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of the 6 gem and do another spell instead. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. We'll see. May work out, may not work out. But again, it does give me some cheap 2s. So like a couple times I spent 4 to just do this. Instead, I can be like, okay, let me get this 2 and then spend the other 2 down here. Like there was a couple turns where, also I think there was a couple turns where like Metalad had 2 and I couldn't do anything with him because he was already maxed out. So I think having a 2, I like having 2s in games. I like having the cheap cards just as a backup. So there we go, guys. That is that. That is this playthrough. Again, another loss. We're going to chalk up another loss. I don't know how the losses impact later in the game, but I think we have lost every single one, almost. I'd have to go back and look at the first couple chapters. It's a learning experience. That's the other reason why I want to play them. So, like, I know David was asking, like, you know, a lot of this in one go. I think I got to start doing that. I got to start playing the games back to back to back to try to keep it fresh in my mind versus, okay, let's play this now. And then like 2 months from now, go ahead and try to play again, right? And then I'm trying to remember all the strategies and stuff. So we will do chapter 6 tomorrow. And then we will do chapter 7 on Tuesday because Monday is Marvel United. And then Wednesday we will finish it up with, I guess, chapter 8. Yeah, so that will be the rest of this campaign. Then after that, maybe we'll do some Astro Knights, or if the other Legacy version goes on sale cheap enough, I might pick that up. Right now, I think it's sitting about $100. That's $100 more than I want to spend on it. I will, of course, like I said, this will probably be going up for Culling for charity. So, of course, I'm stickering over top of the sleeves. So, of course, those will be able to come off so somebody can use those again. The ones that are on the boards, I'll leave them on the boards. It'll be up to whoever gets it from Culling for charity if they decide they want to take those spells off and use them. Again, a little bit of tape, a little bit of Mod Podge, or really just white glue would get them to stick where they need to stick. So it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. It would, of course, be for a 2-player game. That may or may not be for somebody. But, of course, you could also just buy the reset pack, which I did on Amazon for like $28. Speaking of Amazon, the links are always down below if you want to support the channel in just a little bit of way. But, of course, the most important thing is supporting the children at Children's Miracle Network. Links in the chat, links down below. Go out, make a donation, even if $1. I mean, $1... I used to say $1 would buy you something at like a store or a restaurant. Like $1 won't buy you that. So it's cheaper than going and buying a drink at the store nowadays. And that $1 goes a long way for the sick and injured kids at Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Anyway, guys, this is my lunch stream. Went about 15 minutes over. That was better than yesterday's playthrough. So until next time, guys. Peace.